Good morning, guys. Aloha. I was just about to sit down and do other things in the house. I'm taking it a bit slower today because I've just come back from Budapest and I'm just, healing my body by God's grace. But I was just about to sit down and do other things and wanted to film the garden tour later on. Then I saw the sun coming out, and if I didn't go out there now, I know it's going to be too hot and I'm going to start feeling sweaty and uncomfortable. So we're going to do the garden tour right now. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I've already made my coffee because, like I said, I was getting ready to sit down, but then I saw the sun. No, it has to be done now. You see this gorgeous weather? You see this gorgeous weather? Yeah, we need to go out there now. So this is what the garden is looking like. I'll do a brief tour. I did a quick one yesterday, which I'll insert in this clip now. First overview of the garden after a week of not being here. Lots has happened. I can see it already. What I'm going to do is come back tonight to water. Apart from watering, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to come back and water tonight, and then tomorrow I will do a proper tour. Oh no, it's a dead mouse. Oh, Male means sorry in Yoruba, guys. That shocked me. Maybe I tried to come and get some food somewhere, I don't know, but I'm doing a tour. Let me stop. Doing the back as well whilst I'm here. Okay, this is what we're looking like. Like I said, it's been 5 days. Oh, look at the cherry tree. Oh my goodness. The apple tree, sorry, it has dropped a lot. Oh, I didn't have enough water. My goodness, I need to water that one straight away. We've lost a lot of apples due to the lack of water. Actually, having a look, I don't think it's just water. I think some of them might have been pecked off because I can't see anything dropping on the ground. But that's it all for tomorrow. Let me give them a water now though. Have a look at the grapes. They're looking good. Okay, let me go back inside before this turns out into a full-blown tour. I came out here in the evening and gave everything a really thorough watering because that's what they needed after the weeks. Well, I say weeks, like I've been gone forever. No, after the 4 days of me not being here, everything just needed a good deep watering. So I did that today. And now I'm going to show you the growth, basically, and show you what the garden has done in all that time. As soon as I remove the netting, look at the pigeons. Because they know that now it's free reign. They can just come in and have a go at all the beautiful, beautiful currants. But they're not going to get a chance because as soon as I finish videoing the currants where the sun is, I'm going to put the netting back. So like I mentioned, guys, this is the growth that has happened. Let's see if we can find some black currants. Oh yeah, look, there they are. They're swelling up right at the back there. So all this has happened. Oh, this looks like that sawfly. So let me just get my chili spray. So this is what I made a few weeks ago to get that initial part. The actual, the drizzle part has died, or it fell behind the plant and I've not been able to get it. So now I'm just squirting, basically. This is what I can do now. I say squirting, but pressing. This is what I can do now, just to mitigate any sawfly issues like I had with my gooseberries. Leave that there for now. So like I said, we do have some black currants swelling up. I don't think we have that many this year. Last year we had a lot, but this year it might just be the plants, like all the other plants, taking a break and actually putting a lot more foliage, so that they can grow bigger, so that next year they can have more fruits on them. Look at this cluster of aphids. Don't know if you can see it. They're being farmed by the ants right near some gorgeous pink currants. So a lot of the plants have actually, go this way, a lot of the plants have actually ripened, especially the currant bushes. As you can tell, this one is what got decimated at the start of the year, so there aren't many currants on there. So I'm just going to wait for them all to ripen and then harvest them all in one big flush. We will have more red currants though, because we had a lot more fruits that went damaged by the pigeons at the start of the year, so that's coming into fruition. And we do have more pink currants just on this side as well. A bit of that feather from earlier on in the year is still there, but look at how gorgeous they look. Oh, let me be careful, they're at that sensitive stage. Be careful with those. Moving on to the blueberries, as you can tell, they're getting on that bluish haze, well, that grey haze, which means that they're ripening and they should be turning blue very soon, or dark blue. There is a dandelion in here as well. Like, I've been seeing lots of greenage in the plants, so I am going to leave it here because I will harvest it to eat, because they're quite fresh shoots. But yeah, I will keep that in there. I've got a lot more blueberries as well, some even dangling all the way at the back there, and some hidden with the currants as well. Just there. These are big. Oh, I'm trying to get to them. Hold on, do it another way. Yeah, there you go. They're very big. So the blueberries are looking great. More on here as well. This one, I don't think the flower actually was pollinated because I can't see anything, but I'll wait till it gets darker, it will stand out more. And these ones as well, we have berries, lots of growth again because of that ericaceous fertilizer I put at the start of the year, so they are growing beautifully, and I know next year will be even better. The hosta hasn't produced any flowers yet, but they have sent out some shoots, so hopefully soon we'll see some flowers popping through. Very excited about that. But that is the currant section for now. Everything is ripening basically as we're getting towards, it's summer already, but we're getting towards midsummer, so everything is ripening. And just look at this gorgeous sun, guys. So beautiful. If I get everything done today, I might sit out in the garden and read, because my goodness, nice and warm, sunny, beautiful. What a day. So before I cover this section up, I'm just going to show you the yarrow. The flowers are very nearly here. More there as well. They've grown really tall. Look at that. Really, really tall. So I can probably just cut all this and then harvest it for tea. I'm very happy about that. And hopefully, I don't know if I'll get around to it today, but it'll be time to plant the kale. They look big, they look lush, and I'm so happy that I actually stuck to my guns and put them in here to grow a bit more, because they were quite small initially, but now they're growing healthily. There are no signs of pest damage because they've been covered. I mean, there is slug damage from before, obviously, but there aren't any other pests like whiteflies or butterflies or anything. I'm so happy about that. Speaking of pests, what is this animal here? What is that? What are you? Trying to munch my kale? What are you? Where did you come from? Oh my goodness. This is what happens when you grow. You just notice things and you think, Lord, 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 Lord. But I'm happy to see them. It means that the garden is thriving. If there are pests and if there are predators, it means the garden is thriving. But I don't know which one that is. Are you friendly or are you a foe? Who are you? Who are you and what do you want in the garden? So these purple sprouts and broccoli, they have grown to the point where I can transplant them. And once I transplant the kale, I will most likely move the purple sprouts and broccoli into these bigger pots and give them another season for them to grow big, just like the kale. I do have 4 or 5 over, let me show you, just over there, which I'll show you soon. However, I feel like they need to get in bigger pots, as do a lot of the rest of the things that I have. But that's going to be a job for another day, perhaps a Monday. Yeah, because that means buying more compost. And I'm thinking, yeah, I need a lot more compost than those 2 bags in order to fill all those pots for the aubergines. So what I'll do is I will use the compost to plant the kale, and then I'll buy more compost for the aubergines. But what I will do as well, the 3 kale, I've just decided, or maybe the spinach actually. Okay, no, spinach. So the spinach there, I've just decided to put into that pot there that's empty. So that's my plan for now. I've just decided that now. And the rest, I'll find out what to do with them. Let's move on. Let's go. So moving on. So these things I planted before I left, and as you can tell, 2 have germinated. They look like beetroots. They've germinated. The rest haven't done anything. Oh, tell a lie. Some kohlrabi might be popping up there. This could be kohlrabi as well, but the rest haven't really done anything. This kohlrabi, I think 1 and 2, they were there before I left, and then the rest are beets. So beets there, 1 and 2 have popped up, and 3. So they're doing something, but it might just take them a bit longer to establish. This is definitely beetroot. I was right. So I found this in the other seedling tray, and I thought, no, that looks like a beetroot. So I put it on its own, and look at how much it's thriving. It's thriving so well, and it's even getting bigger than the ones I planted initially at the start of the year. So I'm definitely going to delay seed sowing until much later in the year. And I've just noticed as well, the oregano is getting really tall. It might be trying to bolt, so I need to harvest that down. I do have some butter, so what I might do is I might just do some herb butters. I will harvest all the herbs that I can, blend them down really smoothly, and use them to make herb butter. I've got the my goodness, it's gone out of my head, buddleia as well, getting big and beautiful at the back there. But let's go down here first. Marjoram growing nicely. Got a few seedlings there. What I'll do with the marjoram, and most likely some of the parsley, is to pop them around the garden. So tomatoes, in between the kales, things like that, because this is a lot of parsley all up in here by itself. So I will most likely dot them around the garden. I'll double check if parsley is a good companion plant for kale. The reason why I say that is because some plants like garlic and onions can actually repel cabbage white butterflies who lay their eggs on kale. I'm not sure if parsley has a strong enough scent to do that, but I'll always just double check, and then I'll just dot them everywhere around the garden, just so that we have continuous harvest and they protect the plants as well. The same thing with the marjoram. So moving over, oh, just felt something in my arm, sorry. Moving over to the beetroots, they are looking good, they're getting bigger, and don't know if they're going to start actually producing beets yet, but I will have a look at this whole area later on when I transplant the parsley, the broccoli, because this area will change. All these pots are most likely going to now go in the middle of the garden, and then the parsley, I keep saying parsley, the kale are going to be arranged on this back wall up to this area here and netted. So that is the plan for now. However, it's not going to be just now, it's going to be later on in the evening when the sun goes down, when everything is just cool and steady, and yeah, I've had some time to rest. So that's going to be a job for later on. Yeah, I'm just thinking about so many different things whilst I'm talking. I'm thinking about getting compost. Hold on. Like I said, I'm thinking about so many different things, because it's that time of the year when I can feel the sun is hot enough. And now we have sun, unlike May, that was a complete write-off. Now we have sun, and a lot of the plants that I planted, they love sun. So now is the time to get everything moving in the garden. It feels like a bit of a rush, but I know it's not, because I'm taking it easy this season. I'm taking my time with everything, and I know things take time. I mean, like the peppers are not even that big yet. The aubergines and tomatoes are getting bigger. They could do with a bigger pot so they can really explode for the season. However, it's not a big rush. I have about another week, basically. That's what I'm telling myself. And the things that love cooler seasons, like the kale, that's what I'm going to transplant. So my idea was to buy more compost tomorrow, and I was just making all these plans in my head, but I don't need to realistically do that. I can do that next weekend, because the compost that I have would be fine for the kale. If I do need to top up, I can go sometime during the week. And if I do go sometime during the week, I can then buy the rest of the compost and manure for the other plants, just so I have them in the garden for when I'm ready to work on them. So it's not a rush. There's time. There's time to do things, and I'm going to take everything slowly. I'm going to really, really enjoy my time in this garden, soak it all in, do all the things that I want to do, just have fun and make the most of it. So let me not rush through the season like I did last year. Let me actually take the time and enjoy it, because this is not all I'm doing. I'm also working, I'm also looking after a home, I'm also looking after myself. I'm doing a lot. So let me take my time to do all of that and enjoy myself. Okay, so now that my thoughts have been shared about what's happening, let me take you around to the herb patch. So the mint has come back gloriously, as I knew it would. It's already battled the weeds that were in there. The reason why I'm cutting this is because it's going to turn into grass seeds, which will embed themselves into the pots. We don't want that. So yeah, the mint is coming back beautifully. This parsley is definitely finito. The rest that are in here is trying to go to seed, as you can tell. These are just weeds. More parsley as well. Just move the watering can out of the way. Okay, so the sage is bouncing back. It did bounce back and then died back again. I think we had lots of rain. It was too wet, all of that. But with the drier weather, you can tell it's bouncing back again. And I did water it again yesterday. The thyme looking lush. This also needs a good harvest, so I will harvest this today. Oh, my blocked nose, I can't smell it. I'll harvest this today, give it a good trim back, because I don't want it to really flower. So I'll do that alongside the oregano. These look like oregano flowers, like it's trying to flower. I can't let that happen, so I'm going to cut the thyme and oregano back down, and the rosemary as well. All this greenery, I'm going to cut it back as well. The buddleia looks fantastic, and I might gift that buddleia alongside another one to one of my friends. So yeah, that's this part of the garden for now. I will leave the netting like this as I'm going around the rest of the garden. because I'm here I can keep an eye on the plants in case of any pigeon outbreaks. Guys, I love being out here, I really do, and I'm just so excited for the time that I can get everything set so that when I come out here all I'm doing is watering. I do love this stage as well, this process of planting everything up and transplanting and repotting and just seeing the growth in the garden. I love this stage as well, don't get me wrong. However, I'm ready to just sit in the garden now. It feels like it's been a long May because I'm used to seeing everything set by now, but because this was, anyway, weather, da da da, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm really ready to just sit in the garden, soak it all in, all the greens. I've got all my Haruki Murakami books, so today there was going to be a slow day. I'm going to take my time and get everything sorted because from this coming week onwards I just want to rest, soak up my summer, have parties, host people, have drinks, you know, just make it fun. I'm so excited for that. So yeah, the garden, I want it to be ready for that, and for me to, when I finish work, just come and sit out here and read. Oh, with a drink. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So let me show you the tour and then go get everything done today, so that I can do all those things. Let's go. Officially, we're on this side of the garden, and my goodness, guys, another flush of strawberries, and they're looking big, so big. The middle plant is still there. It's still getting some light, but I can tell that the other two beside it have just gone bonkers. Runners are being sent out. Look at this. This is another strawberry plant. So these are ready for another pot. I didn't think they would be, but they are definitely ready for a big pot. My goodness, they have surpassed my they've surpassed what I thought they would do. They've surpassed my expectations. That's the word I'm trying to get at, because these were transplanted the start of the season, and the firmness of these leaves, the size of these leaves as well, like my palm is gone, like just 3 leaves have hidden my palm. And the productivity, this is the second flush they are letting on. I'm just amazed. So my plan, my thought process is, when Mama gets out of that pot, and also I remove the buddleia from that pot after I gift it to my friend, those 2 pots will get the strawberries at the end of this season. I'm going to move Mama into a bigger pot, perhaps that one. Sorry, let me show you that one there. And that's the buddleia I was talking about, in case the video didn't show. So Mama's going to go into that pot, the 2 babies are going to go into that pot there, and the one Mama is in, so they can fully establish themselves for the rest of the year. Once they stop fruiting, I will do that, because my goodness, they have taken over. I'm actually thinking that these long pots will be good for one berry plant, because my goodness, they have just taken over. And when things change, I might give them to my friends as well, because I know they love strawberries, and strawberries are so low maintenance, and she's a low maintenance gardener. She's a kind of girl who, she doesn't want to be out here all day. She just wants to come and pick and enjoy. So I can give that to her, because I know she'll enjoy that with her family. So yeah, I might do that actually. I've got 5 plants. I've got 6 with Mama. So that we just need more longer pots basically. But that's a plan for the future. For now, let's have a look at these figs. The figs are looking so good. Like I said, I came and gave everything a water yesterday, so These are propagated, guys. I propagated these myself. They look so healthy. I watered them yesterday. They could do with transplanting because, as you can tell, the soil is quite low. However, oh, sorry guys, I had to go in and sneeze. And then when I opened the door, I just got this wide angle view of the garden. And I just fell in love all over again. My goodness. Look at the growth, look at the green. Just how pretty is everything right now. Just how pretty is everything right now. My goodness. My goodness. So in love. That's the thing. When you garden, there are things in the house that need to be done, jobs that need to be done, jobs that keep getting forgotten about, because you just spend your time doing this. Just standing and watching for minutes, and sometimes not even hours, but minutes on end, just looking at all of this glory. And look at the trees as well. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Okay, let me get things done so that I can actually sit and enjoy for hours on end with a book, with a drink, with some food. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so excited. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay, coming back out. Back out in the garden. Where was I? Okay, so I've done the figs, I've done the strawberries. Now it's time for the poached eggplants before I go to the seedlings. So these are the poached eggplants that I transplanted about 5 days ago. I can tell they've established themselves. We did have some yellowing. Basically, they didn't have enough nutrients initially. However, all the new growth in the middle is now green, which tells me that they're actually extracting the nutrients from the new compost that I gave them. So that is a win, win, win. So happy. And we've got these bigger ones, much bigger ones, that I transplanted a week or two before the smaller ones. You can tell the size difference like I showed you in the last video. And these are going to go next to the aubergines in their pots. So I'm very thrilled. They look so healthy. They look so healthy. And like I mentioned, they're going with the aubergines. So one in that corner there, and then spaced out in between, the back is going to have tomatoes and basil, calendula in the middle to that. So the poached eggplants, I've got how many big ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I most likely do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll put maybe 2 in the back 2 corners, like 5, and then oh yeah, the corner by the cucumber. Yes. 6. In fact, I can transplant one of them by the cucumbers because they've already set their fruits. I'll show you that in a second. And by the courgettes as well, so that we'll have lots of pollination going on in that corner for more fruits in the future. So that is the plan. The rest of them, they'll be dotted around the garden. Like I said, I just want it to be colorful and bright and beautiful, and I just think that makes a garden, basically. Color, green, of course, but color as well. And this year, instead of buying flowers in, I wanted to try growing them. And I'm happy I was able to grow some poached eggplants and my 4 calendula. These look so good. They're going by in the middle, just there. Oh, sorry. Okay, just there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, aubergine, tomato, aubergine. Then poached eggplants, and then basil at the back as well. So it's going to look very pretty. I'm very excited for that. But as you can tell, because I transplanted them into the bigger pot, can't see any roots. Oh, I can actually. There's some roots there, but they have already started to flower. My goodness, the first flowers of the season, self-sown, self-sown, oh, flowers of the season, self-sown, oh, flowers of the season, self-sown, self-sown, okay, let's go. So come in here. Hold on. I'm just moving this watering can again. Right. So. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I thought I was missing an aubergine there. These are looking ready, so ready to go into a bigger pot. That's why I'm saying by the end of this week, I'm going to do just that. Can't see any roots at the bottom just yet, but I know that they're probably, yeah, they're there, they're ready to go. And I was saying the weekend, but it might be midweek that I go and get those, that compost, because I want to get these in. I want them to start soaking up the nutrients. I've been giving them seaweed feed in here, but I'm ready for them to actually start taking off, and they will take off once they're in a bigger pot. So I'll do that. I've got the spinach, I've got 2 there, and I'll put both of them together. I might just do one. I'll see, because I'm thinking both will limit their sizes, but one will just get really big and I'll get lots of spinach. I'll see. We've got 3 of the kale as well. These look so good. And I might use those 2 pots there for the spinach and the kale. Oh no, I'll put the spinach somewhere else, didn't I? I'm just thinking 3 and 2. I might use those pots actually for spinach and kale. So 3 kale in one, and I'll harvest them as like baby greens, and then the 2 spinach in the other. Then I can always use that other pot for something else, perhaps some poached eggplants. I'll see. I'm still thinking about all these things. There's still plans being made and plans changing, so let's have a look. The basil is also ready to be transplanted, definitely. I can see some roots just coming out there, but they are ready to go into bigger pots. So sometime this week, I will transplant them into those big pots over there. And also, hopefully, sometime this week or next week, I'll be helping my friend with her garden. So I'll take you along for that as well. And I'll show you, I'll just show you her garden and what we're doing to it. So this is great. That's a grapefruit, my goodness. This is beetroot that has been fermented out here. Look, it looks like it's even trying to grow. That is so funny. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. There are some roots in here, so I think that's what's happening. But the juice of that is going to be, or the liquid of that is going to be poured over the plants. Sorry guys, I need to go and blow my nose again. 1 second. Okay, so I'm back in business. I've got Mama still producing gorgeous flowers, and she still has some more fruits on her as well. Look at that. They're small, but they're still there. This is the strawberry plants. This is what they look like, and the roots are going to start coming from here. And I will put this in a small pot. You'll see me when I do that later on. Put it in a small pot for it to grow throughout the season. Oh look, there's another one. Another 2 actually. That's so fun. And that's the roots right there trying to come out. So I'll put these in the pots and get them to grow. Oh Mama's the strawberry factory. I love that. Thank you for producing for us. It looks like the slugs have been, or the snails have been eating the strawberries that were ripe during my time away. I'm not mad about that. They can have some things whilst I'm not here. But now that I'm back, now that I'm back, I'll still leave some for them anyway. Oh look, okay, I'll come to that side later. If you're squeamish or you don't like mice or rats, look away. But I'll tell you when, not now. Oh no, I've just crushed the strawberry plant. Let me move her over there. I don't want to be trampling over them. I'll leave them there for now. So let's have a look at the peppers. This has really surprised me. My goodness, guys, my goodness. So as it's warming up, look at all this growth that we're getting. Look at all these peppers. Look at how big the plant has gotten as well. And because it's in its 2nd year, they are just thriving. It is really just thriving. And I brought it inside, and look, so many peppers everywhere, cayenne as well. So we're going to have a good harvest. Lots of fresh green leaves now that the weather's warming up. Like I said, fed it with some seaweed, but I will go back around and feed them with the fish blood and bone for extra nutrients in the next month. Then I'll go in again with the seaweed and then fish blood and bone, etc, etc. I try to do it as organically as possible because I want us to eat healthy organic food, so that's what I'm trying to do. Looking over here at the purple sprouts and broccoli, I do need to move these guys under cover over there, because if I don't, they are definitely going to get sun scorched and yeah, sorry about that. They're going to get sun scorched and they'll burn up, so I need to move them. Moving on to this side, we've had some munch on the peppers because I clearly remember there being a pepper here, but no more. So something's been munching. We still have 3 of the black peppers. The green ones, these are all chili, actually no. The blacks are chili peppers and the greens are sweet peppers, but they have not done much at all. I mean, they've grown a lot actually since I put them in, but they're not ready to be transplanted just yet at all. I want them to get at least twice or thrice their size. I will keep feeding them though, and because it's warming up, they're going to shoot up very quickly. The echinacea is looking lovely. I'm happy I transplanted them because they are now having the space to grow and grow big. Talking about big, guys, a look at the heirloom tomato. So when we bought this, it was like here, just like here, and now look at it, huge, big, love it. And what I'm thinking is, I've got the bamboo canes on either side already. I do want to put some netting behind it, and I have that, but because they're going to be big, I think they're a bit like beefsteak. Let's have a look. They look big, so yeah, they're quite big tomatoes, so they do need some more structure. I'm just trying to put that there. So I will be putting some netting around the back of the bamboo and then just tying the plant in as it gets big. And I predict it's going to get to the top of the bamboo because it's an indeterminate and it's just going to go as big as I let it go, basically. There are some, I think that's a sucker, yeah. Some suckers that I want to remove, just so that the plants can focus its energy into these gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous tomatoes. So excited. And I did put the opal basil underneath them. I did need to, I needed to remove half of this leaf yesterday because it was covering that opal basil. So I've removed that, and hopefully they should now get enough sun to thrive. Like I said, it's now sunny. It's not, oh no, you see, this is, oh gosh, I used my foot, like my, gosh, this travel. I used my shin, my calf, to knock this off here. Oh, that's such a shame. It's alright though, there are more strawberries coming. I'll leave it there in case a bird wants to come and peck it. But moving on, these tubs are half full, so I don't really need to buy too much compost for them, for the tomatoes. Probably like 2 bags for the tomatoes and 1 manure will be fine. The rest I do need to fill them. I'll probably get 4 bags to fill them, and then 2 bags of manure as well, so they'll be full. Let me show you the squash before I go to the cucumbers. The squash is looking good. I mean, these leaves I might pluck tonight because they're not really serving the plant. There are some squash blossoms there, but I can't see any male blossoms, so I don't know if they've been pollinated. I've not been in this week, so I'm not sure. This one is trailing already, whereas its brother, there's a hunter, the other hunter, where is it? I think it might be this one. Yeah, it is this one. It hasn't quite started trailing yet, but I can see that it wants to. I will be removing these leaves because I can see some powdery mildew there. So that's not good. There's a fungus that can spread. But that was mainly because we had so much hot weather. Rainy, wet weather. So that's why. However, now that we have sun, it should not happen as much. I'll move that. I've just realised I've got some grass growing in the blueberries. It's probably because I was outside. Oh my goodness, how dare you? Like, come out here. Like, look at it. Look at this. Look at that. You'll see more as well. So these were planted outside in the back garden. The second back garden. Yes, last year, sorry. And they were planted by grass, so I'm sure some grass seeds went inside, and look, they're trying to multiply. Not on my watch. Not on my watch, no sorry. Going in there for later to be thrown in the greens. This will also go in there to be thrown in the green bin. But yes, moving on, the squash is looking good. I can see some slug action and pest action. Let me just crush that now. So there is some slug action. I feel like this might have been pollinated. My goodness, I wish it was, because this is a male flower. Oh, yeah, you see, it doesn't have any fruit behind it, whereas this one does. So I feel like it's been pollinated. And I've also just realized that we have a female courgette here, wide open, ready for business. And we have a male courgette flower here. I'm gonna pollinate them. Yay. Yeah. So what you need to do is basically remove, oh no, come on. Oh, I think it doesn't have any pollen, but let me just try. So just remove the leaves. Oh, there's some pollen at the back there. And introduce the male to the female, just like so. I hope there's pollen on this. And I feel like it opened yesterday, so there might not be enough pollen, but let me just do the business for them. Okay. Lovely, let me just do that. Cool. Hopefully that's done something, but we'll see in the next few weeks. And I can see a lot more male flowers come in with female fruits as well. So in a few weeks time, everything will be doing as it should be by themselves without me having to intervene. But I'm just happy that they're growing. There is powdery mildew, but I'm not too worried about that, because like I said, the sun is coming out and they are close to this shed, which could be contributing to that. So I might move them where the rhubarb and the buddleia are, but we'll see. So this is why I said when you're squeamish, there was a little mouse, I won't put it for too long, that's, I think maybe it was running away from the cat, and then it just jumped in the water and died, but I will move that today. So in that corner, I'm going to put a poached eggplant. You can see this is the apple cucumber, and there's a lot coming up. There's so many flowers. I do need to straighten up this cucumber as well, look. So many in there. I think this has really shot off whilst I've been away. And look, they're holding hands, how cute. But this is the other cucumber that I grew from seed. Got 3 there, and it's also growing big, so I'm going to trellis it up that way and then redirect the apple cucumber that way. So we'll have 2 in the end, which worked out because we did have an all-female one, but that died early because of the rains. But yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll redirect this cucumber this way, and then I'll get this one to grow up this way, so they'll both have enough room there, and then there'll be a flower in the corner for pollination. I've just opened the netting for the other berries, the tayberries, blackberries, etc., and I tried to harvest some last night, but as you can tell, we've got so much growth, so much new growth, so much to harvest. This has grown so much as well. That's a new stem or branch for next year. Got some more everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. I mean, these have been grown into the raspberries. The raspberries have been producing. You can see lots just there. Some have been pollinated already. So yeah, so much growth. I love it. I love the garden like this. And I still haven't fed the raspberries, so that's another job that I need to do. But once they've been fed, they'll have the nutrients to even produce more. So I'm excited. Got the sun as a halo. My goal now is to harvest the loganberries and tayberries that I can see are ripe. But before I do that, let me try a very ripe loganberry, because last time they weren't so ripe, and I still ate them, but this time they are very ripe. Hold on. Go this way. Better. Let's do this. Look, it's bursting. Like, look at my fingers. You can see the red. Oh, it's so juicy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is so delicious. That's definitely my favorite berry when it comes to like seeded berries like this, because it's got the best of both worlds. It's got the juiciness and sweetness of the raspberry that I love, of the blackberry that I love, and then a slight hint of raspberry flavor at the end. I'm going to finish these before they go inside. Oh no. What a dilemma. Let me get these picked. I'll have them for fresh eating today. They're so good. I wish I can give some to you guys. Hold on, let me give you one to taste. Let me just... oh god. So good. Let's get on with the rest of the tour, because my battery is telling me it's low. I might harvest the... can't talk. They're so good. Let's go inside. Okay, after licking my lips and realizing there were way more loganberries to be picked, that's what... oh, sorry, I thought it was a spider. Oh, there is a spider here though. I didn't see that one, but that one back there. Ew. I garden, and I don't like spiders in the house. I'm used to spiders in the garden, but I don't like them big ones crawling on me, because I think that's absolutely disgusting. The small ones, I don't mind them, but yeah, I thought that was a big spider by the loganberry there, but it's not. It's just a leaf. Oh gosh. Oh, let me take a moment. Okay, fun is over. Right, so the blackberries, no flowers just yet, but these buds are a hopeful sign of flowers to come, so I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot of blackberry and not a lot of flowers, so it might just be that this year they're just, you know, they're just getting bigger like the rest of the plants. I'm happy with that now, because I know that once they get big, we'll be able to harvest them and eat them and enjoy. And I realized I haven't really shown you the side of the garden that much. So these pots and plants, my initial thought was to use them for the purple sprout and broccoli. However, because they're still quite small, I'm going to use the round pots for those, so I'll still keep them. This one is just water that's been collecting. I will probably throw it out and sow some microgreens in there, because that's my plan for this section. Microgreens for the summer. Those will be microgreens. So once I sow some and they have come to the end, I will sow another batch, like a week in a week succession, sow them weekly. So once I harvest one, the next batch will be ready. Then I will use the I'll get more compost and get more seeds, like all the seeds basically that I have. I'm just going to use them for microgreens, because I want to use all the seeds this year and not keep any for next year, because they're too old. Basically, they all need to go. The germination rate has been really sporadic, and that's not good. That's not good for peace of mind when we're sown in the future. Okay, so we've got 2 more spaces before the video ends. So this back space here, which is completely overgrown, I do need to get the trimmers out and do something here. But yeah, this space has overgrown. We do have some leaves still on the gooseberries, so they're doing well. Of course, there are no fruits. I have them in the fridge, but the fact that there are leaves shows me that the plant at least is getting some energy into its roots and hopefully getting bigger. I will, like I mentioned, put some bamboo to try and straighten up the canes. However, that's not a priority at the moment. As you can tell, all back here we have blackberry central. All the white flowers are blackberries. Some have been pollinated by the bees that have been going through. You can see one there. I am so happy with this, because even if we don't get a lot of blackberries in the garden, we have some wild just here. And I have seen some spots around where I live where I can forage for blackberries as well. So I'm looking forward to that too. I've got this elderberry. You can see the berries are now coming on. The flowers, some flowers are still there, but they've been pollinated, and we have a lot and lots of berries. So later on in the season, I am going to make big batches of elderberry syrup that we'll use not only for medicine, but actual juices and drinks. Because this tree, in fact, this tree surprised me this year. Because I usually go and forage for elderberries elsewhere as well. I forage from here and the next tree, but this one has been more than enough this year for us not to go anywhere else. And seeing all the elderberries on here, it's made me so happy, because I like the cordial in summer and we drink it, but we don't drink it as often. I prefer the syrup, like that dark berry syrup. I can even use it to make like a mulled elderberry syrup. Stop it. Can you imagine how good that will be? That'll be so good. Oh, elderberry wine, mulled elderberry wine, non-alcoholic. It would just be like juice basically. So I am so excited for this. There's so many elderberries, so many, like they're just dripping with potential berries, as is that plant over there as well, absolutely dripping. So this is what I meant when I said this patch is overgrown. So here we go. Let me show you around. All this needs to be trimmed. We do have a trimmer, so it needs to be trimmed. The mock orange, I gave it a water yesterday, so it's looking a lot happier as well. Jenny growing lovely. Can't see it. Oh, Bella, sorry. More growth here. Can't see any fruits, but that's fine, because it basically needs to get bigger, and this is the first year I've given it space. Like I keep telling you guys, I've given them space to actually grow, so I'm happy that it's growing. The grapes have filled out. Look how lush, and they look so good, so good. Oh, hello, this little animal here. Hello, hi, are you joining the vlog? Oh no. I should have expected that though. So these grapes are looking so good. This is from the next plant that I need to basically trellis over here. But the grapevines that don't have the fruits on them, I am going to use for eating. Yay, I'll come and thin them out, so to speak. But this is getting so big here, so I'll probably pull that up there like so. Then the smaller one will go on to the next vine, the next bamboo trellis underneath it. I'm so happy with this bamboo and what I did, because it's really provided them with space to grow. If you look here, we have the grapes that showed up at the start of the year. They're looking so good. I'll be thinking about netting them soon as well, because I don't want any other animals to think they're food, especially whilst they're underripe, because we're not about that. We're not doing that. No, not with the grapes. We've done that with the cherries. We've done that with some of the apples, the crab apples, but we're not doing that with these grapes. No say. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. So the next, this second, or this fourth vine, the fourth vine, I'm really hopeful for it for next year, because it has sent out some amazing thick branches. And I actually thought that this would also fruit for me this year, but it hasn't. But that's fine. I'm very hopeful for next year. This is from the third one. So these are kind of branches that it fruited on. We still have more grapes coming as well. But I basically did a single stem situation. I can see a second stem trying to grow here. Don't know if I should leave that on there, but that single stem situation gave it all the energy to produce all these side shoots. So it branched out here, produced the side shoots, and that's where the grapes are coming from. So these thick, oh, spider, ew. 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 Oh my gosh. Do you know what? Go in, Rose. They're not going to do anything. No. Okay. I'm just screaming. Guys. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Oh. Okay. You can see it crawling like, it's fine. It's just a baby little thing. It's fine. So yeah, grapes. Back to grapes. So we've got some more here. These thick trunks are what produce the grapes, so I'm hopeful that the other one will produce more next year. But I do need to get some bags for these grapes, because I want to see them and eat them. The fifth grapevine over there is bushing out beautifully. Look at the size of this leaf. This is perfect for Domalde. Oh my goodness. We do have some Domaldes in the freezer actually. I'm going to bring some out, but I didn't make them with our own grapevines. I just bought grapevines in a jar and used them. But these leaves are looking great. I might even, oh my goodness, I can use them in stew as well. I might just come and harvest some big ones for stew, because this is a nice time to harvest them. Otherwise they're just going to get what am I trying to say, guys? I've recovered in Jesus' name. I am healed. I am well in Jesus' name. No illness shall dwell in my body. I am healthy. I am well, fully well in Jesus' name. Amen. Moving on. So figs, doing great. Lots of leafage. So I might cut back on fertilization, because they surely have enough for them to be producing all this leafage. I'll see what I can use to give them fruits, but in terms of nitrogen, they're okay. They're definitely okay. And they have grown like so big, so they're definitely okay. Still have some nettle, and the nettle here as well. They didn't go to seed as much as I thought they would, so these are definitely coming in for tea. I love that. The apples are still looking good, growing well. Very happy with them. The one cherry is still there, guys. Debating whether to net it, but it's still there. It is still there on the tree. I hope it grows for us to eat. It's still there on the tree. Love that. The pears. Oh look, there's a nettle growing right up here with the seeds on there. I'll show you. Look at the Doyendicamis. They're looking so good. I found the other pair, guys. It's here. It's looking good too. So 5 pairs in total, which is great because last year we just had 1. So that is a plus. And they look so good. I hope the branch is able to handle them. I think it is. But it looks like they grew on the new spurs from last year. So that means potentially all this new growth will be giving us more pears next year. So this is the state of the tree. I feel like it fell and it was put back up again. But some of the branches, some of the fruits, sorry, shriveled up. I think they didn't have enough water. I watered it yesterday. So I pray they come back to life. They look good. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, they look good. They're filling out. So I will give it another water today as well. I'm just going to drench the roots there. Look at how gorgeous the bellflower is. The trailing bellflower. So pretty. But yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to water it. Put seaweed as well. Just give it some more oomph to continue growing for us. So this is another one of the spaces that, like I keep promising, I will do. I'll come in and have a look at, and I really will, because now it's got to the point where it's overgrown. Overgrown. A lot of the flowers have come back, and it's pulling my heartstrings because, as you can tell, I can see some hoverflies in there already. But it does need to go just to the front of our house, just so our home looks neat. So that's something I will be doing sometime this week as well. So before the next video, you'll see everything has changed. So yeah, this is the outside garden. Can't really show you much because nothing major has happened. I watered these yesterday, like I said. The frills have come for the smoke bush, but it's got to the point where they're falling off. So they've done their job. They have given the bees some pollen. So they've done their job. The rhododendron is growing beautifully, which is so nice to see, because I think that that ericaceous soil that I gave it at the start of the year is what's given all this growth. Very happy about that. I might need to give this one some more. I think that's what happened, but it is still looking okay. It has leaves, so that means the plant is getting some energy, but it still needs a bit more, vavavoom, something extra. Like, look at how healthy this one is looking, producing lots of green leaves, getting lots of energy to the roots. So that one hopefully will do the same. The Mahonia is looking beautiful as well. Very nice and strong. Very lovely. The mock oranges look pretty. I will need to cut them back as well. Get them to look a bit neater. And then all the rest will come out. Everything will come out. The gorgeous sun has officially descended on the garden, so I came out at the right time because I can feel the heat. And yeah, I can't be out in the heat like this. I'm African, I love the heat, but the sun in the UK is very different from African sun. It burns my skin as opposed to tanning, and it's the same in Africa. When I go for a month, or like a week or two, my skin flares up. It's because living in the UK, my skin is now used to not receiving sun for most of the year. So when the sun comes out, it's like, what is happening here? What's going on? So it's always good to wear SPF 50 anyway, but I need to wear SPF when I'm in the sun. The morning sun is fine because it's not as strong. However, as it's starting to blare, I can feel the heat. I'd rather protect my skin and myself and be inside. So later on, I'll let the sun kiss all the plants, and the plants to soak up all the sun. Then later on, when the sun goes down a bit, I can come out here, do what I need to do, and also read and relax. So that's my plan for today. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for bearing with me. To be fair, because of the way I'll edit this video, you probably haven't noticed that I'm strong in Jesus' name. That's what we say when we're not feeling well, because we have to confess good over our lives and over everything. But I am strong in Jesus' name. I am healthy. I am healed. No sickness shall live inside this body. My body is the temple of God, and I am well. I command every sickness, every cold, every disease, every blocked nose to come out in Jesus' name. I am healed. I'm healed. So I'm going to go inside and sit down, continue what I'm doing inside, and allow the garden to be. Thank you for joining me. Have a blessed week, and I will see you next week. God bless. Take care. Bye. Just to let you know as well, just because I've gone inside doesn't mean I've left the garden. When the weather's like this, I tend to leave the door open, and even if I'm in the kitchen, I'll still get some jobs done whilst having a look outside. So yeah, best of both worlds. Absolutely love this. Bye. Hi.